for being normal.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Indianapolis Colts. This is taken at his 4. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
18.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Check. 18. 54, right there.
Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Grady Jarrett racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline.
Hey, alert. Hey, box truck.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it. Mike 5-4.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. He's going deep for Brown. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Antonio Brown can wreak havoc in so many ways. Here he's able to cause a PI penalty.
He runs the defensive backs with such speed and power. I think it creates panic on their end, and a lot of times they just reach out and grab him, and that's the result there, a pass interference call.
Steps away to his left and eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now Trubisky. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Play action. It's Trubisky. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And the return will stop right around the 25. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Joker. Neil. Flare.
Now a give, right side. It's Hines. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Brissett from the gun on third. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Now a handoff looking right. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Trubisky. He's going deep. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Antonio Brown. His first touchdown on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 7-0. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
On first down, Hines. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Set the tone. Defense, let's go. He's coming. Don't look.
On second down now, it's Hines. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
44 to Mike. Let's go. Go. Let's go. Let's go. Hey. We got double up. Slam. Yo, check. Motion out of the backfield.
To throw is Brissett. The open man is Westbrook. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. First time that they've called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check four.
Gun, Brissett. He completes this to Sutton. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 16 yards the pickup there. The Colts have a first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from, working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
From the red zone now, Brissett to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for. That'll bring up second down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Into the air once more. It's Brissett. Flushed out right. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
And he's got it. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Robert Woods, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. From the shotgun is Trubisky. He is going to find Hill here. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the 1st down. First catch there for Hill, and he's got a 1st down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. These two teams all tied after 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
From midfield now, here's Trubisky. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. First target, first catch, and a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. The 20. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Short throw, pick six right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go?
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Brissett on first down. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you've got to defend it the same way you would defend the first down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You play through the receivers, and on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. This one out quickly to Westbrook. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down, right around the 17. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be 4th down. And his kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Browns drive about to get started. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. A good run there to start the drive. 13 yards, first down. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they try the right side here. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 40. Trubisky now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a first down here. On first down, Chubb going to get forward for only about a couple. 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Jarrell Casey, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky.
55, Delta. Check, walk 54.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Open man is Trey Burton. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it? Touchdowns.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
He's crashing. Check the crash. No, I got it.
Here's Brissett. And Woods has it complete. That one covers 29 yards. First down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Draw play. This is Hines. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
56, right there, 56. He can't hang. He's not getting wrong. Kill. Hey, turn it up. 56 to Mike, boys, 56. Check, 56. Watch the edge. Echo.
From the gun, here's Brissett. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
56. Mike's 56. I got you. 56 to Mike. 56.
Brissett. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just...
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Rocky Sin. When you're on your own 1-yard line like they were, oftentimes you're thinking just run on any down, get some space. There they elect to throw it. It cost them.
You get the sense that they were banking on the element of surprise, right? Everyone expects you to run it.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Nyheim Hines with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coach.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Now for the point after. And the lead is now 24. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Too little, cut. Ran, tuck. Hey, Haywood.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And an alley to run. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Trubisky. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 29-yard line. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Trubisky now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. Throwing here, Trubisky. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Come to one. We want it. Yeah.
To throw, Brissett. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Every day, any day. Hey, check 24.
Brissett. Looking deep here for Ebron. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Go. Slam.
Now Brissett. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Alert 3.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. Deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. And the catch made by Hopkins. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his second touchdown on the season. And the Browns get a score closer. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Check 26, check 26.
Brissett sets to throw it. And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Now it's Trubisky. They complete it to Hill. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out through.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now Trubisky. And my goodness, another interception. Quincy Wilson with the INT. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 36-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
Throwing. Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Let's put that team on the bus. Sponge.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Hey, we got to go.
Out of the gun, Brissett. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides.
Now a hit and a loose football. And nothing but daylight ahead. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Extra point splits the uprights. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jarrell Casey make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. To try again after the sack. Trubisky.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. They go play action. Trubisky. Got a man. It's Brown. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there. 26 yards. Down from Colts territory. Here's a 1st and 10. Down at the 31. This is the tight end, Njoku. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Trubisky will throw. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. Point after, right down the middle. And that will get them 1 closer. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Call that a 96-yard house call on the kick return. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Man, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Extra point right down the middle, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. It's complete to Hopkins. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 33. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. Here's Trubisky. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Grady Jarrett, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now Trubisky to throw. Dancing to his left. Now he'll pull it down. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
Alert, alert. Alert, alert.
Hey, hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. Going deep for Hopkins. And this is going to be incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
44's the mic. 44's the mic. Check, check. Silver, silver.
They run again with Hines. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Colts on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. They got a man. It's Woods. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
They'll run on first down. Hines, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check it out.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
Nice rotate. Spell. I'm coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo! 57's the mic.
From shotgun. It's Brissett. And he connects with Ebron. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 32-yard line. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Brissett now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go, deep tight.
This is Hines. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Come get some. Come get some. Come on.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hines. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
He was brought down at the 26.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Switch.
On 3rd down, Hines. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Hines. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
I got you.
Now it's Hines. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Let's go now. 44. Let's see outlaw. 44. Rabbit. Check. Hey, alert 3.
Now a toss play. It's Hines. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
7-yard line. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line. Tonight's final score.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they?